Hello and welcome to Lifetime Uncorked, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
Hi. Hi, I'm Charlotte Beaver.
And this is your boy, Alex Collyard.
Yay! Alex is here. And Charlotte's back as producer. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
Charlotte and Alex are sharing a mic. So she's going to grab that mic whenever she wants it. But fiercely grabbing the mic.
Yeah, you got a little preview of that at the beginning of the show. And now that's probably how it will sound for the rest of it.
Hi, Alex.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good.
So welcome to the show, Lifetime Uncorked. What is your experience with Lifetime movies or TV movies? Do you watch them? Are you familiar with them?
I mean, I'm a child of a certain generation. I was pretty much a Disney Channel original movie kid up until I stopped living at home, and then I just watched things that were streaming. So
right. Yeah.
I haven't had like a TV or anything like that for a long, long time.
Sure.
Lifetime movies, I've seen maybe a couple, but otherwise made-for-TV movies have not crossed my life for a while.
That's what I was figuring would be the case. I mean, not to stereotype Lifetime viewers, but I figured Alex wouldn't be their key demographic, so I wanted to rope him in and get him on the show.
But they need to reach out to me more because after watching what we watched, wow.
I know, amazing. So jumping right in, today we are going to be talking about Me Wed.
Wait, did you say that wrong?
No. That is the title of this movie, Me Wed. Charlotte was like, what's the title of the episode? And I was like, Me Wed. And she's like, huh? Yeah. So
It's the stupidest name of any goddamn thing ever in the world I've ever heard.
And you should see the poster because I went on IMDb and like looked at the poster, and it's like the girl, the protagonist, like in like a little buggy with like Me Wed like on the back, like just married. But just her, because she's, spoiler, marrying herself.
Oh yeah. And I did not read
the
and
synopsis.
this is how I do every movie, but I did not read any synopsis. I like to, if I can, go into a movie completely blind, which Lifetime movies apparently are going to be a great source for that because I'm never going to see a trailer for it.
Nope.
Unwanted. So I had no idea, why is it Me Wed? And then when she dropped that bomb, like 10 minutes into the or 30 minutes into the, I forget when it happens in the show.
It's pretty early on.
But oh my God, I screamed.
So yeah, Alex, like pretty much any TV movie has like the first 10 minutes are going to be really important to watch because that's when all the exposition, all the characters are introduced. The rest is just filler, and then the twist happens at the end.
Yep.
And that's the TV movie formula. But yeah, so Me Wed, it's an older movie from Lifetime, 2007. You could tell by the technology that was in this movie. They had like answering machines and like call waiting bits and stuff like that, like Mean Girls. Yeah, it stars Erica Durance, who is not of note really. She is in like some Marvel shows, so she's in like that Supergirl show, and she was in Smallville. She was Lois Lane in Smallville, so I looked her up. But yeah, so this is available on Lifetime's streaming platform, Lifetime Movie Club, which I just got a free year subscription to, thank you Lifetime, and a blanket, so that was very exciting. So I decided to do some episodes about the movies they're featuring on that app.
Yeah, I was a little confused by the app because I was like, where's the search function?
Yeah, there is no search function.
Doesn't exist.
It's just all the movies are listed alphabetically, so Me Wed was listed under the I's. So yes, synopsis is short enough. I'm going to actually read this one, or attempt to. I'm illiterate, Alex, and I can't really read. Usually I have to read them.
Is that real?
No, I'm not really illiterate.
I'm sorry to all of our illiterate viewers.
Sorry, illiterate viewers. That's why you're listening to a podcast and not reading a book. Successful 30-something Isabel decides to marry herself, becoming a public sensation. But when opportunity comes a knockin', it says comes knocking, but it should be comes a knocking. Will she cheat on herself to pursue what might be her true love with someone else?
I hope so.
We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, the movie starts off just as we, knew. Actually, it starts with this like terrible
Opening
sequence music of like a rock.
Oh, but don't just call it the opening sequence music because it's the closing sequence music as well.
Yes, and it's Charlotte. It's like a song that's like, I'm a girl and I don't want to get married, but all my friends are getting married.
It's still stuck in my head.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I think it's everybody's getting married. Like it's like a weird mix between
it's like a girl rock. Girl rock. Hillary Duff.
Yeah, they were like trying to do Hillary Duff, but also Alanis Morissette in a weird way. Like it was really good.
Yeah. So they do an opening montage, which gotta love that. And like people are like opening wedding invitations, and like all the wedding tropes, like getting dressed. There's like a tag, and
the producer's name is on the back of a wedding dress tag, and
right, like the like art directors like written in cake and frosting, like that type of stuff.
I mean, they really put work into the opening sequence.
Yes, they were very committed to that opening sequence. But the music continued through like the whole like opening, because then we cut to like what is it called? Where you get the gifts? A bridal shower.
Yep.
So the bridal shower, and they're like, "When are you gonna get married, Isabel?" And she's like, I'm fine. Like, I'm an independent woman. I don't need to get married." And I actually bought myself that walk because they like are all freaking out about a walk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh my God, you got the Le Croisette walk?" And she's like,
I have a. Sorry. Thank you.
Charlotte's recently married, by the way.
I'm sorry. The bridal shower and she's throwing a wedding for herself?
Not yet. So this is the beginning of the movie.
Though?
She does throw a bridal shower she doesn't throw it for herself. Her friends throw it for her later, yes.
I can't.
Let us get there, okay? Let's not spoil anything.
I know.
She's at a regular old bridal.
She's just had a regular bridal shower.
She's in her 30s, and everyone's getting married.
She's got
as
bangs.
the song would lead you to believe.
All her friends are getting married, and she's watching TV.
Yes,
that's literally a line in the song.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. Because they do what's insane is they do the opening sequence, and something I loved is. Part of the opening sequence is two people in a buggy getting married, waving at the camera.
Yeah.
That you never see again. It's not there. They're just like some random people. And then it goes into the bridal shower and they do their whole bit. Oh, I don't need to get married. Oh, there's so much pressure to get married. And then the song kicks in again. And it's just her by herself watching TV at home and dancing to the song.
Like Grey's Anatomy.
She's dancing to the song.
It was amazing. I was like, hooray. They like in film class, like I like took film classes in college, and like they talk about like where the music's coming from. Like, is it internal, like coming from like the movie, or is it like a soundtrack? And I like loved how they like switch, just kind of like it was playing the whole time, but then suddenly she could hear it in the movie, and she just starts like dancing. You're like, oh, so this is like in her apartment. And she's listening to the song.
Well, yeah, film school would say pick one, and they were like, no,
we'll
do both.
We can do whatever we want. So she's dancing around her beautiful apartment, and she's single and happy, and she has her own coffee press that she bought herself. She doesn't need a wedding registry to do it. And she's like, what is it called? Like a house flipper?
Yeah, she flips houses.
Yeah. So
we find out in very heavy exposition that she flips houses. I think literally her friend was like, "This place is a dump." She's like, "Well, that's what I do. I flip houses."
Yeah.
And like literally that's the why.
Yeah, because I thought they were
like her friend doesn't have any idea yet.
Her friend Amy, who we'll get to.
Her best friend,
redheaded. Was she redheaded?
No, the main character's
They're
kind
both
of redheaded.
kind of red. Yeah. A trope in TV movies is a redheaded best friend. But
they flipped it on its head.
They flipped it. So the protagonist is redhead.
And I think Amy's just a plain old brunette.
Yeah. So Isabel is our protagonist. If I didn't say that already, I think I did. She is on the construction site, and she's like talking to this like old man, and he's like Roy. He's the like contract construction guy manager, so he's managing like the build out on the place that she's flipping. He's like, "My son's coming to help, blah blah blah."
Oh boy, here he comes.
Cue handsome stranger calling coming up. Very Canadian.
Oh, and do not forget One of the best lines is Amy. He was like, "Great, this house, whatever, blah blah blah." So are you, still seeing that guy or whatever? She's like, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I was whatever." And she's like, "You flip men faster than you flip houses."
Yeah.
Boom, Amy, fucking crushing it.
Yeah, Amy's so sassy. Never would that happen in a Hallmark movie. The best friend would not be
Ever.
a sassy best friend. She's just a supportive best friend. But in Lifetime, you can have a little sass.
Well, apparently in this movie, every single person in her life is ripping her apart constantly.
It's true. We'll get to the gay best friend,
oh boy.
which Lifetime, you should have cast me in that role. But that's fine. I like the guy, whoever the guy was. I didn't write down his name.
Anyway, Colin, right?
Colin comes and he's like, "Hey, Izzy," and she's like, "My name's Isabel. Please call me Isabel because I have past trauma with people." Literally past trauma.
Yep.
And he's like, "Okay, whatever, Izzy."
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm so annoyed." Yeah.
Oh, but is she annoyed or is she intrigued?
It,
Literally, when this happened, I was watching it with someone, and when this happened, I was out loud. I said, "I am so angry for how they are about to fuck." I am
Yes.
so angry that is going to happen
well,
eventually.
of course. But again, not in a Hallmark movie. Only in a Lifetime movie do you get this sex that is possibly going to happen. No spoilers here. But yeah, we're going to totally spoil it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then immediately after she gets a phone call from her best friend and is like, hey, Iz, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like totally fine with her friend calling her Iz, but not calling her Izzy.
Well, that's flirting.
Right?
Yeah.
She's flirting.
very
They're
different.
nagging.
Well, okay, so this is something that's weird. I don't know if you noticed this, but when Roy was going through, here's all the issues with the house, right? The contractor whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, here's all the issues with the house, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the John or whatever. It's like, this is a foreclosed, like, not working. Did he just shit in a house that has no working plumbing?
He clearly meant the porta potty. Okay.
I don't know if that's true. It was on the top floor, and
Well,
he just went into the next
He
room.
was just trying to give them some alone time. Yes. So, Amy's like, "Oh, I have a blind date I want to set you up on."
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, God.
she's like, "You're going to go on this date with this guy, and he's great. He's a tag maker. He's like works in clothes, or he does not exclusively clothes, but he makes tags for shirts or coats or
He makes
pillows.
the tags that are on shirts.
Yeah, the tag.
Yes.
Yeah,
That. Exactly what she just mimed reaching into the back of her shirt to reach for the tag. That is exactly the tag.
Not the fancy one on the side that comes with like a safety pin.
No, and
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
we know no because he checks people when he first meets them.
Oh, my God.
He'll instead of shaking your hand, he'll check your tag.
I hate him.
Yeah, I think
Oh, he's awful.
His name was Jim.
Yeah, his name was Jim, and on their first date, he talks about tags a lot,
Yeah,
just to really drive home what his deal is.
And she's like, "I cut out all my tags because they itch my skin," and he got
gets mad at it.
really mad.
He's like, "Oh, would you just cut off your hand if it was itching?"
She's like, "No, I need my hand. I don't need a tag." You know what I mean?
Because she's a reasonable person.
Yeah. But this date is the date that pushes her to want to marry herself. So she's at a bachelorette party because, when you get married, you have the bachelorette party, you have the wedding shower, you have all the things with the wedding leading up to the wedding. I did 8 weddings last year, guys. I'm an expert. None of them were mine. Alex, looking at you here. Need a
What?
ring on this finger, okay?
We have not hung out even.
Oh, well, all right, fine. Take me on a date. Let's
one
talk.
date. Okay,
let's
so
talk
I have to
about
do all
tags.
the work. I have to do all the work.
Yeah, give me a nickname.
Wow,
It's great.
We'll talk about nicknames
Don't
later.
call me
Holy shit.
Patrick.
Patty?
Don't
Does
call me
Patty
Patty.
work?
Call me Patrick. Yeah. So she's like, "I'm gonna marry myself," and all her friends are like, "That's a great idea," because they're wasted. But Amy's like, "That's a terrible idea," and I'm very offended by this. Mhm. She does not take it.
Oh,
well.
she gets really mad, and there's a scene where like the whole She has a mom that's very involved as well, right?
Yeah. The mom who I'm convinced was like dubbed in later. Like she must have had a terrible voice.
Oh, it
so
was
they like
weird.
overdubbed her voice because she's like, "Hello, daughter," blah blah blah. But like it's like not matching her mouth. It was
weird.
very
It's
strange.
very, very strange.
And only her.
But she has there's a whole, after the date with Jim, there's a whole like call sequence back and forth.
Yes.
Where she's
This
like,
is the Mean Girls.
I wasn't, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, Isabel is like, I was not into this guy. And they're like ignoring her completely. And you watch this date with Jim that Amy set him up, and you're like, how is Amy this bad of a judge of character? Like this guy is excruciatingly horrible.
And that's the thing, because Isabel's like, well, you're just desperate for a man and you'll date anyone. So I'm marrying myself because at least I like myself. Whoa. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So,
and this is when I go, okay, hell yeah. Isabel is committed to the bit. Like it's just like a joke at first, but then she's like, you know what? I am putting on a full-on wedding.
Yes, full-on wedding. Well, she wants it to be a small wedding, like 20 people in a park or something like that. She recruits her. I'm reading my notes because I have some stuff about Colin. He's like so charming on the construction site. So like he is like, they're creating like this kind of like cool like coworker relationship.
Yeah.
Where they go on like errands together. So they go like, I don't know what they were doing the first time.
Wait, where
They like go on some errand for the dad, like to get a bathtub or
They're
something.
going to an antique shop.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a whole weird joke about him being like, yeah, I have to go to antique shops to do this, but like, don't tell anyone because I'm like not gay.
Yeah.
Did you catch, like, I was like,
Yeah.
'cause, like, if you go to an antique shop, you're either a woman or you're a gay man.
Yeah, he had a lot of dumb jokes, like like something about sushi. Like she was like, "How about we get sushi?" He's like, "I don't eat sushi. I'm not a dolphin."
And this is after his dad gives him a long look, like, are you coming out to me right now? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not, because I'm not a dolphin. I'm not going to eat sushi. I'm not someone who eats sushi.
I'm not a gay ass dolphin. I'll take a sub with double meat, please.
Thank you.
The gender stereotypes in this movie were off the charts, but it is from 2007, so it's a different time now.
Oh yeah. No one in 2007 was saying it's 2007. We should be past this now, right?
Right. No, I mean I was there, and I definitely thought dolphins ate sushi.
Yeah. Or we're gay. I don't know.
And also something that else is kind of gay. He's a Paul Revere reenactionist because this is taking place in Boston.
Yeah, it's in Boston.
So I almost said Baltimore. But I know history. I know the ride of Paul Revere was in the state of 70 skier, and it rhymes or something,
What?
right? There's like
Oh
the
my
night
God.
he rode with Paul Revere, and then he had a Sam Adams beer,
70s.
and
Okay,
I don't
here
know.
we go.
Okay. It's a
I
thing.
could listen to you try to figure this out forever.
I never remember things like that. Like, you know how you had to like learn the states like with a song or whatever, the capitals. Like, no, I was like not remembering.
Well, we were
those.
in a show where you had to do a haiku and you could not remember the
yeah.
the beats.
five words or syllables.
It's literally 3 numbers that you have to remember.
5 is one of them.
2 of them are the same.
Yes, 5, 7, 5.
There you go. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
All right, everyone. Here's proof. I know what a haiku is now. But no, so he also does Paul Revere things. All these things are like endearing. He does like a little like horse and buggy tour in Boston. And somehow he went to Harvard and was like an architect.
Oh yeah,
Like got his master's in architecture.
It was like
Yeah.
They set up this stupid character. Like he's a dumb person. He's mean to Isabel right off the bat. He makes these dumb jokes. He's like got all of this
Kinda
extra bravado.
homophobic.
No, he's homophobic and he loves his daddy. And it's just like he sucks for a ton of different reasons.
But she can't resist his charm.
But you can't resist his charm. And then he, at some point in a tender moment in the car, he's like, "Yeah, I went to Harvard." And she's like, "You went to Harvard?" And he's like, "Yeah, I actually don't even look at the internet. I only read books."
Yeah.
You're like, what? There's no way this guy doesn't go on the internet.
In 2007, though, you didn't need the internet. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. In 2007, you definitely could live without the internet.
I guess so, but like this guy
I mean,
jerks off all the time. There's no way this guy isn't masturbating constantly.
He doesn't need to because he's such a ladies' man, but he's not. No, he's not.
Can we talk about what he looks like for a little bit? Could you figure it out?
He looks like
Sean William Scott.
a brunette Sean William Scott.
Yeah, but like,
sure, yeah.
I mean, he looked like kind of like that, but he also like kind of had some like Paul Rudd mannerisms, and then he also like had like a Ben Affleck thing going on because Boston, I guess. He just looked like the cheapest white guy that you could find,
and Canadian.
and he was kind of exactly, and he was like cute, but like in an uncanny valley kind of like a way of attractiveness where you're like you're almost an attractive person,
Yes.
but it's like there's enough off where it's just uncomfortable.
If he was in a play, he'd be attractive. But he's in a movie, so we see everything up close.
He was in Children of the Corn.
Was he one of the children?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Let
true.
me see.
Yeah, Charlotte's gonna shut that up.
Figure out.
So
okay,
that's Colin. That's Colin. So then she sends out her save the dates or Isabel sends out her save the dates. May 3rd, wedding to Isabel. Like that's what the invitation says.
Yes.
And she recruits Billy, her sassy gay friend, to help plan the wedding. And
he is the total of the diversity in this movie, all packaged in one. Just the gay black man, all in one. That's
yes,
the rest. The rest of the movie is all white people.
And this is a more diverse movie than over on Hallmark. So just so you keep that in your mind.
As part of this podcast, throwing shade at Hallmark as much as we can.
Well, I did a whole season on Hallmark Christmas movies, so just like kind of comparing and contrasting.
Yes.
There's still shade on Lifetime too, because this movie is not the best. But yeah, the sassy gay black friend, he's great. He's very sassy. He talks about our roots, and he like talks about putting on wedding dresses and like any stereotype.
He does put on the. Can I be honest though? Like I had to look up, and I like found videos of him like just normal like talking, because I was like, part of me feels like this is a straight man trying to play a gay man.
Yeah.
I was like not convinced. I was like, there's something, but he's definitely a gay man. He's just like, I don't know. There's like the acting isn't like super great.
He's just being himself.
It's
literally me if I was in the movie.
No, I feel like you would have done a better job though.
Well, I am.
You
would have
landed
actor.
the jokes harder. You would have landed the jokes.
I know
harder.
how to tell a joke. So, Lifetime, please hire me for your next gay role or any role.
Your next gay, slightly ethnic role.
Yes. It's been over 10 years, Lifetime. So let's get on that.
Let's do it.
So yeah. Now Amy's like really desperate to get married, and she goes on a date with Jim.
Guess who? It's fucking Jim.
No.
Yes, because she's so desperate. She's like,
I saw a picture of Jim.
I know.
Trash.
Well, and Jim has this whole thing where he like later because it's gonna like work out with Amy and Jim. They're gonna like get seriously date, and like they put him in this little robe, and he has like his belly hanging out, and he's like, "Hey, babe."
He slaps his belly in the movie.
Yeah, I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" It's very strange. So Isabel's mom is not approving of this whole wedding thing, if you were wondering, and Dad.
She doesn't get it. There's a very dramatic moment of mom just not like. Isabel comes into her mom's house, and mom is just sitting there by herself with like a glass of wine, and she's like, "Mom, I'm going wedding dress shopping. Are you going to come?" And she's like, "No, I don't get this." And she's like, "I need you to support me. Okay, this is important to me, and your mom should be there when you pick out your wedding dress." And she's like, "No." And then the scene is over. She's not going to do it. She's going to have to look at wedding dresses by herself.
Yes, but then we're at the wedding dress place, and who shows up? Mom shows up.
It's
of
Mom.
course.
She showed up.
Yeah, she's like, I can't let you pick out a wedding dress by yourself because Amy, her best friend, wouldn't go. The mom was going to go. But then she's like, I just need you to explain this to me. Like, are you like not dating men anymore? Are you like just like not? Are you like a lesbian? She was like so terrified. And Isabel's like, I'm not a lesbian. Not like there's anything wrong with that.
Being very aware.
Yeah. But then she's like, oh, well, I just want to marry myself and blah, blah, blah. And the sales girl overhears her and she's like, did you say you're marrying yourself? Well, I wrote it down. I write for the Daily Buzz. From the Boston Tribune.
Yep.
And the mom's like, what's the Daily Buzz? And she's like, Mom, you don't know about the Daily Buzz? It's an email. I'm going to direct quote. A daily woman's email that tells women what's cool, the hot spots, new fashion. Yeah.
It's this part of the movie comes at the exact time that you think this can't go on anymore. How could they do more of this movie? And then they throw this on and you're like, oh, that's it. Okay. All right, here we go.
Here we go. So then the mom's like, well, you should definitely do it. That email thing sounds amazing. I don't have email. She doesn't. It was 2007, a different time. People still got, like doves sent to them in 2007.
Yeah.
Or what are those, carrier pigeons? I meant carrier pigeons. I said doves.
Well, in 2007, they were trying doves out.
That's why the business closed.
They're trying to revamp the model, and they just did it too late.
Yes. So we're back on the Aaron buddies, Colin and Isabel, and they're going and they go on an errand, and then they have a picnic in the park.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And this is another thing where he's like, I know picnics are gay, but I made a picnic for you.
He's like, yeah, we did the whole antique thing, and so I was like, I might as well just go all the way.
Go full gay and do a picnic.
Yeah, it was fruit, wine, and bread.
Yeah. And guys, this isn't the only picnic that I've seen in Lifetime movies this week because I'm doing another one later.
Oh, good.
So picnics come back. So yeah, she's like, well, can we turn on the sports game? Because
No, wait. No. The sequence of this is important.
Okay.
He makes because he's a funny boy, he makes a very good joke where he goes, all right, well, as long as you don't mind that I turn on the Sox game. Just kidding. And she's like, no, actually, I would love that. And he's like, what? Are you kidding me right now? And she's like, no, I actually wanted to ask what the score was, but I was too nervous.
Yeah.
And then he's like, just googie eyes, like, I can't believe women like sports. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then cue the sexy music. Bow, 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 bow. Because the sexy time happens now. So
This is
not
is
at the
them.
picnic.
Yep.
They wait, what are you doing? You're like, okay. So they're like,
sorry, I'm looking at
no. I thought you were gonna pull up some porn or something.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, go.
Thank you. During this whole time, has no one called her out or made fun of the idea that wedding herself, she still wants to do it in the most traditional way? Like, she's doing something so non-traditional.
Yes.
Did anyone ever call her out what are you doing?
No.
This is important. Hold until the end of the movie.
Right.
Someone does call her out, and you'll be shocked to see who it is.
Oh.
I do have notes about this sex scene.
Yes.
It goes, I just have in all caps, she likes baseball, no fucking way, it's time to fuck. And then the next one is he's having sex with her hip. Because this sex scene, he's on her side and she's on her back. He's on his side and she's on her back. And it's just there's no way this logically could be going on.
But
it's the next scene. It's
it is.
Baseball? Okay, we've got a bone now.
And she's grabbing his back and it's a Lifetime sex scene. So it's going to be more than what you would get in a Hallmark movie, Alex, because they don't even kiss until the end in a Hallmark movie. Yeah. So this was pretty shocking. I was like, what is happening? Because I've been out of the Lifetime movie watching for a little bit. So I was like, what? And then the next morning, we're flash forward to the next morning, Colin is not there. She's like, it was a one-night stand. I'm such a fool. And then
We all saw it coming.
Yeah.
We all saw it coming. This guy is a fucking sleaze, right?
No, he's not a sleaze.
my
because he shows up in his Paul Revere outfit outside.
He left early to get his buggy and his horse and two Asian people in the
With
back.
two Asian tourists. Of course they're Asian tourists. That's some diversity for you, Lifetime.
But literally it's countable. There's the two Asian people, the sassy gay black friend, that's it.
And both are stereotypes.
Yes.
And he throws a bouquet of flowers up at her on her balcony, and she's like, and she smells the flowers.
Okay, this is really picky, but he says good morrow. I mean, that's not colonial times English. That's Shakespearean, right? This guy's not even good at his fucking job.
Hey, he's got a wig on. He's got the outfit. What more do you want? He can ride a horse or drive a horse.
I have another question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Do we ever meet his parents?
No.
No, Roy is his dad.
Oh, Roy, the construction worker manager is his dad.
The one that took a shit.
Yeah, Roy is his construction worker dad. And if we can skip a little bit, we do hear a little bit about mom. Roy is talking to Isabel, and Isabel's like, I'm sorry, because like there's a ton of drama surrounding her getting married and also dating this guy. And Roy's like, you know what, you don't have to apologize. My wife, I was watching the TV and she saw the segment and she was like, I feel so sorry for the poor schlub that has to date her. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that it was her son. It's so fucking heavy, and you're like, it's just a bit. Like, she's just doing a bit.
Yes. Well, because she's going, the thing that the mom sees him on is the Nancy Singer show.
Oh, yeah, let's get into this.
So she's like, I don't know, Ricky Lake of 2007?
Yeah,
I don't know. She's just some random woman
Boston,
who gets like 10 million viewers, and she heard about it from the article. The article went viral, or as viral as it could have gone in 2007. People are like calling Isabel and leaving messages on her answering machine like, oh my God, we saw your article online.
Yeah.
I got the email with the link to the article. You're so famous. But Isabel agrees to do the interview. So at the interview, it's like pretty basic. Like the woman's like not even that mean to her or anything. She's, I thought it was going to be like very dramatic. But the Nancy Singer woman, she's just like, so why are you marrying yourself? And Isabel's like, it's self-empowerment. And she's like, cool. Well, we'll pay for the whole wedding. We'll pay for a designer dress. We just support your cause, and you really helped people out. So she's like, wow, this is getting really out of hand. And Isabel's like freaking out. And she's like, I have to tell Colin tonight because the episode of the Nancy Singer show is going to air tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a sequence of I want to say probably rule of threes where she's like, okay, now I'm gonna tell him, and then like something happens. He like kisses her a bunch of times. He's like, no, I don't need to know. Like, don't it can wait. And then there's like another thing is like, okay, now's the time. We just boned. It's gonna be perfect. I've got to tell him. And then he gets a call. And he's like, I'm sorry, one of my houses flooded. I can't do it. Yes. Oh no. And she's like, oh well, maybe I'll be able to tell him before the thing comes on. And it comes on earlier than expected.
Yeah, so it comes on earlier than expected. And again, gender stereotype. He's in a dive bar and he's like drinking his beer. And the Nancy Singer show's on. Well, why would the Nancy Singer show be on at a dive bar? The bartender like gestures over to the woman drinking a glass of Pinot Grigio in the corner, and he's like, it's on because of this bitch. Basically, he doesn't say that, but that's what his look says. And she's just there like sipping her wine, and like Colin rolls his eyes, and then he starts watching, and he's like, wait, what? That's my girl. That's my girl.
Yep. And then this is so great because then he rushes into the house so like this whole movie they're flipping this house, they're doing construction on it and making it whatever, and so she's walking through the house doing her job, and he comes in and he's like, Dad, can you give me a second? This is just after the dad asks her if she likes fries or something, and she's like, I hope he got the steak fries with ranch, and he's like, I knew I liked you. Because women eating fries with ranch, wow, what a rare occurrence.
There was some weird stuff about her eating, too.
Yeah, they're like, I mean, it's all the, like, if you wrote a sketch about, like, all the stereotypes of a guy liking a girl for being kind of like a guy, I mean, it's, like, got all of them. She likes sports. She likes to eat. She has an appetite. That's one of the lines. I like a girl with an appetite. That's in it.
A human being.
That's exactly. And,
sorry, I eat food.
Yep. And so Colin rushes in,
yes.
and he's like, I need a minute, Dad. And so they talk.
They talk and like they have a little fight, and I thought it was going to be more dramatic, but he gets over it pretty quick. And
he gets over it really quick. He I'm sorry. This was
weird.
Amazing to me. He was like, no, I just can't believe. I guess you just need to marry yourself. You don't need me. And he fucking storms out. And she's left there like, huh. And there's like that slow pull in on the camera.
It's like maybe
and then he
30
comes
seconds.
in. Yeah, and he comes right back in. He's like, you know what? I support you.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we get like there, because I'm like, where is this movie going with this? Like, I thought that was going to be the fight, and then they were going to have the fight, and then, get back together. Yeah. But then he's like trying to date her, and like his buddies on the construction site are like, hey, be a man, and like, marry the woman. Don't let her marry herself, you idiot.
Mhm.
And he's like, stop bullying me. And then they're like on a date and they're like talking about it and like all
In a
the
restaurant,
all the people are like up in their conversation.
every single person in the restaurant like gets literally one person at some point in this conversation where he's like, you know what, you should marry me. You don't marry yourself, marry me. And she's like, that's too soon. He's like, yeah, but like hold off on it because like I want that stuff for us. And she's like, no, you need it. I need to do this. I need like please support me. And everyone's chiming in. And at some point, one woman stands up and stands in the middle of the restaurant. She's like,
Yeah.
I have to say this. What you're doing is inspiring. And if you don't get married to yourself because of this guy, it will ruin everything that you've done.
Yeah. And they're like, who are you?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sit down. We're eating a meal. Woman.
Not one person in the restaurant like that. I would have loved someone utilizing the comedic like ability of this moment of like someone in the restaurant being like, why is any of this happening?
Yeah.
Who is this person? Who are you?
That or
Like,
a slow clap.
yeah. Yes. Oh, that would have been amazing.
Yes.
Ugh.
So now we're at the wedding and all the paparazzi are there and the gay guy is loving it. He's just
he
like
loves-
working the camera. There's like a whole photo shoot. I mean, really, it's like if I wrote a role for myself. But so he's loving it and they're getting her ready and she gets a veil and she's like, oh my God, we're doing a veil. Like this is getting really out of hand. And he's like, is it bad luck to see the bride before the wedding?
Yeah, really.
Because like looking like in the mirror at yourself. I know. And he's like, there's a gazillion people here. And the mom comes and she's like taking it very seriously. She brings like something borrowed, something blue.
Yeah. I mean, she packs it just like their diversity character. They pack all of the gifts into one. She brings something blue, borrowed, and what was the other one?
Something borrowed, something blue, something. I'm not good with rhymes that are
Old.
supposed to be
Something
symbolic.
old. So it's something old, borrowed, and blue because she has the dress with it, which is new. That's what she says. You already have the dress. That's new. So now you're getting the blue, borrowed, and blue. Oh, it's all in one.
Well, there you go.
Well, okay. So hold on. But at this point, I literally could not figure out what was going to happen. What I wanted to ask Charla, what do you think? Because all of them were fair possibilities. One, she gets married to herself and Colin shows up to support her, and that's it. Two, she calls off the wedding and gets married to Colin instead. Three, she does some weird combination thing where she gets married to Colin and herself at the same time. I was like, any of these could happen. What do you think? You have to pick one.
For how awful this all sounds, it sounds like Colin runs up and like convinces her and they get married together.
That's what you would want to happen.
Oh no.
No way.
No. What happens, Alex?
What happens is exactly what you were wondering why nobody has brought this up. She is standing alone and
Amy?
her gay best friend.
Oh, Billy.
Bill, her name's Billy, is the officiator, and he's like, repeat after me, blah, blah, blah. You have to do all this stuff. And she
he
has
got
to say-
ordained online, by the way.
Yeah, of
Something
course.
you could do in 2007. Just saying. Something you could do on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Colin.
Fucking Colin. What she has to say...
Just to say, I take myself.
That's what she has to say. She has to say, I take myself...
To be my lawful wedded
To be my
self.
lawful wedded self. And he says, please say this. Please say this. And she's like, And she's stuttering, and you're like, what? She's like, I take, and you're like, what's going on? And she's like, my, and everyone's getting concerned now. And she's like, she turns around, she's like, I can't do this. And you're like, what?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
And the reason she can't do it is because it's true traditional.
It's
She's
too
like, I'm doing all of
traditional.
this because it's how everyone wants. I have the dress, I have the, like, all of this stuff is just too over the top. And I thought she was just going to go back to like Colin or something.
Yes.
Cut to like smash cut. She's back on the altar wearing street clothes, still in a church. Like everything else is still happening in the traditional way.
Was her outfit. She's wearing like a headscarf and jeans and a tank top, and then she just marries herself.
And then that's done.
And then that's done. And then they're at the after party reception thing, and because Charlotte's dying, and Colin rides up in his buggy. And he's like, hey, I hope I'm not too late. And she's like, don't worry. I didn't do the whole shebang. I saved it for you. And
what's insane about this part
like-
to me is Colin rides up in his buggy in street clothes. He gets off of it and he talks to her and he's like, "Hey, I just came to say I actually like support what you're doing. I'm back on board. Anyway, I should go." It's like, why'd you come in the fucking buggy? Like, it wasn't like a grand gesture or anything.
Yeah.
It was literally just to be
No.
like, "Hey, I support you and I'm sorry. You probably want me to leave. See you later."
That's a text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2007, and if he doesn't have internet, he definitely didn't have a texting phone.
It would have
back then.
taken too long to get the dove to
He had,
send.
he had like a car phone, but no. So he's like, wanting to work it out, and do they kiss at this point? I don't think so. They just cut to like a horse and buggy, and
he's like, "Do you want to ride?" Like she's like, "No, you could just say I think they kiss." And then like her mom and Billy and Amy are like, "Oh, see, we did it." Like, "Yes, oh good. Look, this is so great." And then he's like, "You want to ride?" And they get into the carriage and then pan down behind the carriage and then pan up and they're in the the
then
buggy.
it's the real,
and then they're
in the real
their
wedding
stuff,
in the
yeah.
wedding thing.
Hold up.
Yes.
Did she have to get divorced from herself?
I know.
No, that did come up. But
Interesting.
they said that she doesn't have to get divorced from herself to marry because it's not like real. It's just I don't know. So then then the song starts playing, the one from the beginning.
The song is back.
They're like, all my friends are getting married, and that's how it ends.
The song that's like shitting on getting married.
Yeah.
Right.
Weird way to end the movie of like celebrating they did get married.
So Alex, on the podcast,
Yes.
we either pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you gonna do to this movie?
Well, to me, this whole entire movie was it spoke to my experience as a comedian.
Yeah.
For when the bit goes too far. It was
Yeah.
like I was watching this and it was like I get this. Like you're committed to it, you're in too deep, and you have to go. And you just wish that you had someone to support you. That would be like, yes, you know what? This is maybe weird or stupid or going to fail, but I'm on board. And, it showed that maybe there is hope for us in the end. And as much as this is one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my entire life,
You're welcome.
I'm going to pour it up.
All right, pour it up from Alex. Charla, what are you going to do to this movie?
I'm going to put a cork in it, and then I feel like we need to find... It was written by a woman.
Oh, yes. So the thing about the woman, her name's Julie Sherman Wolfe, because I looked her up.
Off, Julie. What are you
Here's
doing
a-
these days?
She's working for Hallmark. She wrote...
She was too filthy in this
She
Lifetime
wrote
movie.
2 Hallmark Christmas movies this year, Finding Santa and Marry Me at Christmas, 2 movies that I enjoyed.
She's been divorced 3 times.
Yeah,
She's
definitely.
tried it all. She's trying.
This was her first movie that she wrote herself. So she did like some sitcom-y writer's
her
work.
first one.
So this
Give
was
her a
her
break.
first movie, probably like she's like young, 20-something. Like
It's high concept.
yeah.
It's very high concept.
Yes. And for that, I will actually also pour it up for this movie.
Yay!
Because if I saw this in 2007, I would have definitely loved it. I would have been really wasted on like boxed wine and been like, I love this movie. This is so great. So a little nostalgia for me. Old Lifetime movie. Me Wed is the dumbass title.
Oh, it's so bad.
But yes. So thank you.
But it shows that you can have both. I love that. You
Yeah,
know, like you can do it for yourself and you can, you don't have to pick. You don't have to pick between yourself and someone you love.
Absolutely. So thank you, Alex, for being here.
Oh, it's been an absolute delight.
Do you have any social media you'd like to plug?
I am one of those that it's just my name on all the social media, Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat, whatever you want to do.
Perfect.
Rest in peace, Snapchat. So sad.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys don't use it. Oh, they just changed the layout, so we're freaking out about it. But we'll all get used to it and keep using it. So
Great.
yeah, that's how it goes. You can listen to my podcast, The Dungeon Rats, on Neon Rivals. I play a character on that. Pretty good. We just got new shirts.
Cool.
It's gonna be cool.
New shirts for the Dungeon Rats. Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Dungeon Rats.
I'm
Podcast.
sure.
Check it out.
I'm sure our demographics
Very
overlap.
great for this demographic. Thank you, Charlotte, for producing and just being awesome. And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime Uncorked. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime Uncorked. You can visit our website, lifetimeuncorked.com. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. Okay, bye.
Everybody's getting married.